What is up, guys? JPR Tech here, and today I got a review for you guys, and you are listening to it right now. Yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at an USB microphone that I recently purchased used. It is the AKG Lyra USB microphone, and it is connected directly to my MacBook Pro via USB-C. And that's all we need to power up this mic and get amazing audio. Now, what is the AKG microphone? Well, AKG is known for audio and amazing quality, but this is actually a budget version that they have. It just connects. It's a plug and play microphone, which, as you can tell right now, it sounds pretty amazing. This is a multi-pattern USB microphone, which is designed for podcasting, interviews, and voiceovers and whatnot, and even for musicians that are just starting out and want to get awesome sound from their microphone. This is a great all-around microphone. Now, as you can tell from the design, it has a retro style design, which I think it works for me personally. I don't really care how a microphone looks, just as long as it doesn't have annoying LED lights glowing everywhere and whatnot, and as long as it sounds great. And this mic has them all. So let's talk about the pros and then the cons, and then we'll see how well this microphone is suited for my needs, but more importantly for your needs. So hopefully throughout the video you'll be able to hear how this video sounds and just see for yourself if it's good enough for your needs. So I'm going to talk about some of the features that I like, but first, right off the bat, all the audio you're listening to is going to be straight out of the microphone. It is being recorded with the QuickTime app, and I'm not going to touch any of the audio settings. We're going to sync later in post with my Canon EOS M that is recording me right now. And actually the setting I'm on right now is the tight stereo. And right now we switched over to the front, so that way you could get a quick view of what it sounds like. These are my two favorite modes, front and also tight stereo. So I'm going to go back to tight stereo because that's the one I like, just coming straight out of the mic with no edit whatsoever. So let's switch over back to that, and all you got to do is turn this little knob in the back. There we go. Now we are in tight stereo, and just like that, you could switch the whole environment of what this microphone can really capture. Hopefully, throughout this voiceover, you're getting a clear idea of what this mic can do, but I am going to show you all the different settings and do a simple sound test, so that way you could hear all 4 settings. This is a microphone test and audio test of the AKG Lyra USB microphone. The setting is in the front setting. The gain is not even 10%. It's just a barely nudge to the right. The input level on my MacBook Pro is at 100%. This is the audio coming from the AKG Lyra USB microphone with the front setting. This is the second test of the AKG Lyra USB microphone. This time we're in the front and the back. Front and back setting, meaning we can record up front as well as behind the mic, and the audio should be very, very similar. Is that the case? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, I haven't changed any of the settings, gain or input level. They all remain the same. The gain is about 10%. My MacBook Pro's input level is at 100%. And again, I'm about 2 feet away from the microphone, front and back. This is the AKG Lyra USB microphone. Right now, we're in the tight stereo setting. The gain is still about 10%. Input level in my MacBook is at 100%. I'm about 2 feet away from the microphone, and this is tight stereo. This is the AKG Lyra USB test at the wide stereo setting. Again, the gain is still at 10%. The input levels at my MacBook Pro is at 100%. I'm about 2 feet away from the front capsules of the microphone, and being that this is the wide stereo, it's going to use all 4 capsules. So while I'm spinning around about 2 feet away from the microphone, we're going to see how the cardio is in this microphone. So again, I'm just going around while I'm talking in the wide stereo. Now this should be great when playing musical instruments. Now, as you saw on my test sample that I just showed you, my settings are still the same. The gain knob is about 10%. My MacBook is at 100% input level, and we are getting this rich, clear audio. So what are the pros and the cons? Well, for the pros, we can start out clearly, as you have seen throughout this whole video, the audio, it is high quality, and it's almost like one word that if I could use to describe, it's just like high resolution. It's almost like going from 1080p to 4K. That's how I felt when I first listened to this mic, especially in the stereo sound. It just sounds so rich. All the little S's and the P's and the B's and the lows and highs are clear and clean. Another pro is that you have zero latency monitoring, so you could plug headphones underneath. I chose not to do it right now because I want to focus on the video itself, but that's available if you're going to do live performing and recording at the same time. Another pro is that, of course, as you saw in the test, the multi-pattern modes that you have for each occasion. One is great for, they're all good for something. And for overheads like this, front or the tight stereo will do great. And lastly, just the overall build quality. I feel like this mic was built really sturdy. At the same time, that could be a little bit of a con because it's a little front heavy. So you need to have a really good arm mic to hold this whole thing up. So that leads us to the cons. And in part is the weight. It's really heavy, bulky, and that actually can cause stress in your microphone arm. So just keep that in mind if you're considering this microphone. The biggest con, I believe, in this mic is that there's no level indicator, nothing. I can see what mode I'm in, but why couldn't they put even just a little blinking light showing us that there's sound going in, or like a red light to show us that we're clipping? Even a slight indicator that like that could be useful. So then I could adjust the gain or my distance from the mic accordingly. But right now I'm just recording blind. And the other con is about the sound that it picks up. If you have this on the desk, it will pick up a lot of the sound. I'm gonna just type away. And you could probably hear that very clearly. And this is a silent keyboard that I'm typing on. So it just shows how much this can pick up the sound around the microphone. So just be careful where you mount it. Now, having it on an arm like I have it right now, it's great. It helps out cut a lot of the noise that comes from hitting and bouncing on the desk. Now, the last con has to do with the shape of the microphone. It's really hard to get a pop filter that fits on top of it. So I don't know what size will be good to be able to cover to really protect our P's and B's. The grill, they said it was designed to prevent that, but there is no microphone is safe from the P's and the B's when you're sitting in front of the microphone. You really just have to resort into getting an external filter that can clamp into your arm, but then again, that adds weight, and if your arm can take it, great. But if not, it's just gonna be an extra purchase accessory that you have to get and mount in your arm. All right, so in conclusion, even with the cons that I just mentioned, it doesn't take away from what this mic is doing and it was designed to do, and it's capture great audio quality. It's just amazing. It has great dynamic range in its audio range. It has amazing sounds, great useful patterns that you can switch between for different cases. Now, even considering the price that it costs brand new, this is still a sub $100 mic, and it's just a plug and play mic. And especially when you think about it, this is straight out of the microphone. You don't have to worry about any post-processing work. Just sync the audio with the video and you're done. It already has amazing audio quality. And I have tried other USB mics in this price range, but they all seem to lack in some sort of the sound, the sound spectrum, whether it's on the high end or the low end, requiring extra work in post. This mic saves us from post edit. It just has great audio straight out of the microphone. So if you're a beginner podcaster, beginner YouTube content creator, or even a musician, this mic, it is worthy of your consideration because of the great bang for buck that you get with this microphone. It's just such an easy mic to set up. Just plug and play. You are ready to go. But don't take my word for it. Throughout this whole video, you have been listening to this microphone straight from the mic itself in the tight stereo. I just barely using any gain at all. It's like around 10%. And the MacBook Pro is at 100% input level. So then I just adjust accordingly the gain. And this is the audio we're getting. And it's just fantastic. Well, so I hope, why don't you let me know in the comment section down below, how good does this mic really sound? I would love to hear your feedback. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in a future review, DIY, or just cinematic video. See you next time. Peace.